Hi. Hi. I thank you guys so much for letting me come. I love to talk to kids about Bible verses. When I was a little girl, we didn't have a Bible in my house, and my parents weren't saved, so they didn't take me to church. So it means a lot to me to get to share Bible verses with you. And I know some of you have signed a little bit before, so I thought it might be fun to help us remember if we signed it. Can we go over it first? So we're going to say in, like your hand goes
I know,
in.
it's like this.
In, yes.
In.
And then the beginning, like starting a car, like you're putting a key in and starting a car. In the beginning. And then this one is God. So
God.
in the beginning, God
How do you do created?
created. I've always done and said it like this, which is made. That's like if you go in the kitchen and you put flour and butter and chocolate chips and you mix it up and you make chocolate chip cookies, you made it. But God didn't just make it, He created it out of nothing. Out of nothing. Can you imagine? That's like
I thought he made
chocolate
it.
chip cookie. And it's there. But God made, what did He make? He made the heavens and then the earth. It's like two fingers on your wrist, like standing on something solid. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You got it now? Can you do it? Can you do it? You do it in
In
the beginning,
the beginning,
God
God created.
created. Isn't that fun? You like that one? Created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You got it?
Yeah.
Got it? Can you do it? Who wants to try?
I don't.
You know. Can you do it? Okay, show me.
In the beginning, God created
The earth. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Last week we talked about how did the world begin? And there were two ways that people think. Some people think there was like an explosion and that's how the world began. But the Bible teaches that there is creation. God created everything. So in the Bible, we see a designer, just like our phones and computers like this. Did this computer just appear out of nowhere? No, someone had to create it, right? More like special and high-tech than this computer. Can this computer think by itself? No. It needs someone to push the buttons, right? But God created us. We can think by ourselves. We can do more than this computer. So if someone created the computer, don't you think someone had to create us? Yeah. Okay, so life comes from life. I need everyone to close your eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Close your eyes. And are y'all going to be okay if Miss Tammy turns out the lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you.
Close your eyes. Okay. Are your eyes closed? Nod your head yes if they're closed. Okay. If you didn't close them, what do you see? You raise your hand.
Nothing.
Campbell, what do you see?
Nothing.
Okay. Tyson, what do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing. You can't see anything. Okay, it's just darkness, right? Does anyone see anything besides darkness? Sadie?
Dream.
Okay, in your imagination, but with your eyes, you only see darkness. You can open your eyes,
Oh.
and we can turn on the lights.
Please.
Woo, that's better, right? It was dark. So, like 10,000 years ago, there was nothing but darkness. Nobody lived except God, right? But there was only darkness. Can y'all imagine that? 10,000 years ago, it was just darkness, nothing else, until God created everything. Now today, we are going to talk about the first day of creation. Okay? So, did I hit the right button? We learned the first verse in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. We already read that one, right? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Okay, then the Bible tells us, and the earth was without form, like there was no form, and it was void. It means it was empty. And the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Okay, so in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, so there was water, and the Spirit of God moved on the waters. Now, can I draw a picture of this? No. My little brain, as intelligent as God made us, I cannot fully understand this. Okay?
I can.
It's kind of difficult. But today's main verse, and God said, everybody repeat after me, and God said,
And God said,
let there be light.
let there be light.
Was there lightness before this point?
No.
No, it was dark. Just like when we closed our eyes, it was darkness. And God said, let there be light. You know what happened after God said, let there be light?
There was light.
And there was light. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So how did God create the light? Who knows? How did God create the light? Sadie?
Out of nothing.
Yes, out of nothing. Gabriel?
By saying he wanted it.
By saying it through his word. Very good. Now, can someone tell me something they would really like to have? Something they want? Cadence? A unicorn. Okay, now if you say, let there be a unicorn, is that going to show up right here? No. So we cannot make things with our words. We cannot make things without something first to help us make it, right? So we can make things out of Play-Doh, or we can make a picture out of markers or crayons, or we can use these fun wiki sticks and like build things, right? So we can make things, but we need something to start with, right?
Yeah. You can just
Right? I can't make anything if I just have this, right? Can I say, make something out of here? We did that last week. Does it work? No. We cannot start with nothing and make something. Only God can. Only God can. And He made it with His word, right? What did He say? Who knows?
Let there be light.
Let there be light. And there was light. He said it, and it happened. Okay. And God saw that the light was good. Okay, that means He was happy with it. It was a good thing.
See?
And God divided the light from the darkness. So He divided it where there was light and there was darkness. Two separate things. It wasn't light all the time, right? He divided it, divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day. Good job. And the darkness He called night. Right. Now I want you to pay attention. He had not created the sun and the moon and the stars yet. Okay, so I don't know exactly how this worked out. Okay, He created the light, there was light. It wasn't from the sun. There was light and there was day and there was night. So what did God create the first day? Who knows? Sage?
light.
Light. God created light. So everyone say it together after me. God created light.
God created light.
On what day?
The first.
The first day. So say the first day God created light.
The first day God created light.
Now let's really emphasize. Emphasize first. So we're going to say it louder and with power. On the first day. Okay, and then we're going to emphasize light. You know sign language for light? No. Light? Light? Okay, so we're going to emphasize light too. We're going to say light.
Light.
Okay, so I'm going to do it first, then y'all can do it. Okay, on the first day, God created light. Can we do it together now? Okay, we're going to count to 3, then do it. 1, 2, 3.
On the first day,
God
created light.
What did God create the first day?
Light.
Light. Y'all are never going to forget that, are you? Okay, you know what is really, really cool that we're going to do for our science experiment today?
What is it?
Who has a guess? It has to do with our lesson. Who has a guess? Anyone have an idea? Campbell, you look like you might have something. What might we do if you had to pick one word that was in our science experiment? Sage?
Make light.
Make light. Very good. Yeah, we're going to make light. Now, are we going to make it with our words?
No.
No, that's impossible. We have a few different things. Let me get it and I'll show you. We have to make sure we have our personal protective equipment on. What is this?
A light.
A light. Okay. And y'all know that we can create light from a battery, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that happen? Through
Yeah.
electricity, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know how well you can see it, but you'll get to do it hands-on.
I can
So-
see perfectly.
We have these little things. What does that look like to you?
Plug.
Huh?
Plug. A
A
plug.
plug. You might not be able to see me doing this. I think it looks like an alligator. And you know what this is called? An alligator clip. Everyone say alligator clip.
Alligator clip.
Take your alligator clip and you try to clip it on that screw there. Okay, I got a yellow one and I got a green one. I'm going to clip on the other side. It's kind of hard, so you might need one of the grown-ups' helps. Okay, so it's on there real good. One of these clips is going to the bottom of the light bulb on here, and the other clip is connected to the side. Okay, so you can also do this without the light bulb holder, but it's a lot easier with the holder. Okay, I hope my light bulb's in there good, but we will find out. Okay, now a battery has 2 ends. One end is positive and the other end is negative. Okay, and we're going to do this in 2s, okay? So one person can hold this side. You just got to touch it. I can do this with one hand. I might get, there we go. Okay, now where are you looking right now? Are you looking at the battery or are you looking at the light? Is that cool? Look, you take it away. I'm still touching it to this bottom side. You have to touch it to both sides.
Cool. Can we turn up the light?
Okay, we're going to leave the lights on. Okay, so you can get light through battery. That's one of our experiments. Okay? And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you thought that was cool, just wait.
What is that? Is this going to be a real life experiment?
This is, oh, and these lemons were already used. So, for this experiment, you can use potatoes, you can use any vegetable or fruit that has acid. Okay, because just like in the battery, there's a different kind of acid, but there's acid in there. The acid in lemons will help us get electricity to
Yeah.
this light bulb. Okay, so we have one for a light bulb, and then we also have a clock, because what also came with light? When God created light, He separated the light from the darkness, and He called the light, what do you call it? Day. And He called the darkness
Night.
I gave you the answer, but you knew it. Okay, so that started the first day, right? The beginning of the first day. There was evening, there was morning, it was the first day. So we also have a clock. Okay, so we have some gold plates here and some silver plates. This gold one is called copper. Everyone say copper.
Copper.
And the silver is zinc. Say zinc.
Zinc.
Zinc. That's kind of a weird word, huh? Zinc. There are two different types of metal, and that's how this works, because you have to have two different metals. So you take your wire, and we're going to plug it into the zinc. We're going to take our other wire, attach it to the copper. Okay? And then I'm just going to stick it in the lemon. I'm going to stick this one in this lemon. Okay? That's simple enough. Okay, so I need 2 helpers. So I'm going to let you put that one on each end. Okay? Can you stick it in there? I'm going to look. I thought this one had a clip. It doesn't have a clip. Oh, you have the clip. Let me trade you. Do this one. Let me just show you. So, are you looking through, Sage? So that goes in, you slide it in there, okay? So you got both of those. Put one with the zinc and one with the copper. It doesn't matter which. Okay, you got it? Okay. So this, which one is this? Can you see it?
Copper.
Is that the copper one? Okay, so stick the zinc one on the other side of the lemon. Yep, shove it a little harder. Okay, stick that one in this lemon. There we go. You got it? Which one's that? This one's the copper one?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the zinc, so stick the copper in there. So we got copper, zinc, so what goes in this one?
Copper.
Copper, good job, Campbell. Okay, you want to stick it in this one since Tyson got to stick to it? Not too close, stick it a little further. Yeah. We don't want them to touch. Okay, you may be seated. I need another helper. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this one came off. That happens sometimes. So don't pull too hard, okay? Now, let's do that. You're going to have to lean in. Try to squeeze that. You got muscles? Okay, do you have muscles? Can you squeeze that? You practice squeezing. No, you got to open it. Got it. That work? Okay. Oh, not too hard. Actually, so don't squeeze it. Just keep it closed. We're going to try something before you squeeze it. Just touch it. Let me hold this. Can y'all both reach over and touch it to a different wire? Just touch it. Can you lean? Is there light? Or you can clip it on there. That might be easier. Did that create light? It'll be a small, probably red light. So you get a little close. You see light? Nope. LED lights are directional, so take yours back. Can you unclip yours? Okay, I'm going to switch it around. Now try it. Clip. You want to clip first this time? Okay, you clipped on there. Do you see it?
No, I don't see it very well.
You can turn the light out, yeah.
I don't see it.
Now, is there a battery here? No. How is the electricity going through?
The acid in
The acid, we've got 2 different metals going through the acid and the lemon, and all of this is going through to make that light up. Cool, thank you girls, you may be seated. Okay, now do we think we can make this work? Can we make that work?
Yeah.
Okay, I need 2 helpers. Try to squeeze this, Gabriel. But don't, yeah, that's okay. Can you lean in closer and squeeze it, keep it attached? Yeah, okay, you wanna go first? You on the, yeah. Got it? Okay, let's stick, can you lean? Okay, do y'all trust these guys? You trust them? Okay, so Campbell, can you see that clock? Okay, Gabriel, you lean in and try to clip it on that metal part right there. Let's see if the clock starts. Did you see that? Can y'all see it?
No.
Okay, well we'll pass it around so y'all can see it. But it started. If I leave this hooked up, it'll just keep going. Right now it says 12 o'clock because clocks automatically start at 12, and then it'll say 12:01 and 12:02, right? I did this in my office on Sunday. Miss Casey brought a kit, and it worked for like 6.5 hours. And then I took it out and moved it, and it worked for another 8 hours. Isn't that cool? Okay, y'all may be seated. You take these out. We take those out of the lemon. And you can scoot over beside me so we don't rock the table. You can take it out of that one. Can we make the light or the clock work with Coke? Who thinks yes? Who thinks no? Got a few no's. Okay. Sounds like a good Coke.
Now take a drink.
Okay. I'm gonna move this here so we can see it a
And I'll
little
take a
better.
drink of it.
Now, that's a good thing that you said that, Sadie. Should we eat these lemons? Should we squeeze them and put them in our water?
Well, some people
No. You do, but not after you've done it with a science experiment. We do not eat or drink science experiments.
do. Yeah.
Okay, if we've tested it, we've done this, we do not eat it or drink it. So, that was a good point. We just need a little bit. Okay, let's do the clock first. Oh, you got that one? What kind of metal is that? You remember? What metal was the silver one? Anyone? You remember? Say it. Zinc. That was very close. It is hard.
to remember.
And who remembers? Do you remember this metal?
Copper.
If you know it, say it.
Copper.
That was easier, huh?
Copper.
Okay. Now, girls, look at the clock. Is it working? No? Because there's no electricity going through it, right? Okay, so I want you to put your thing in the Coke and see. Don't submerge it yet. Just hold it there. Oh, that didn't work. Let's see if 3, because we had to use 3 lemons. So y'all don't stand right in front. Stand to the side so people can see. Right? So let's see. Which metal was in this one? Cadence, which one did you have? You had the zinc, and which one did you have, Brooke? Copper. Okay, so this one's different, right? Okay. Can you hold that with one hand? Nope, Brooke, stay on your side. Yeah, you scoot over a little bit. Nope. I'll have you hold a different one. They're falling apart. Is it staying? If it's staying, you're gonna go. Okay. Now let's do the. They keep falling off. I think will you hand me that tape, Cadence? If they fall off again, I can tape them. Okay. Let's look at the clock. Look at the clock, girls. Is it working? Okay, oh. Look what happened. Is the clock working anymore? No, because it fell off. Don't stick your fingers in there. Okay, they're witnesses. It worked. Y'all may be seated. Okay. Dry this off. Are we going to drink this Coke when we're done?
No.
Okay, we're sitting in there.
What's gonna
Okay.
happen to the Coke? What's gonna happen?
Try not to move the table. Can you squeeze that? Try to squeeze it. Perfect. Okay. Yep, you did. Okay, let go. Allison, come over beside me. Can you squeeze that one? Be careful. Yeah. Okay. Put it on the light here. Can you reach for it? Nope, nope, look at my light. Where's my light? Yeah, right here. Oh, it could be, yeah. Y'all see it? Okay.
You made light.
We made light. We did the clock on the time. Miss Tammy, will you turn out the light? Y'all see it?
Yeah. Is that LED light?
It is an LED light and it's being lit up by Coca-Cola.
I don't see light.
It's really hard to see.
It is hard, it's small. Okay, girls, you may be seated.